Hey there, this is Dennis with thisaudio.net, and we're on our way to the Saosin Event Sevenfold to interview Saosin. It's going to be awesome. Take a listen, or watch. Have you introduced yourselves and what you do in Saosin?
I'm Beau and I play guitar.
And I'm Cove and I sing.
I sing a little bit too.
Yeah, he sings. He sings better than anybody else in the band, including myself. Which, yeah, that sucks.
Okay, first question is for Cove. So you didn't start out with the band. You actually joined the band after they lost their singer, I guess. What was how was it like having to deal with all the expectations of joining such a good band, like this well known?
It was like the classic answer is like, or what am I talking about here? It's like it just fit right, I guess. I don't know. Like the expectations were high, but you know, like these guys had faith in me and like kind of coached me to where I am today. And like if it wasn't for their support and like everybody else's support, it would have been like, you know, the expectations. I don't feel like there wasn't expectations, but there was. It's weird. But yeah, it was tough at first, but now it's just fun. It's fun. I don't know how to explain it. That's kind of a crummy answer.
So when you joined the band, was it the first show you played? Was that like Warped Tour, or what?
That was definitely like the first. That was a tryout. I think, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like
one of your answers.
It was almost like, you know, when you go get a job, there's like the probationary period, like where you don't actually have health care or you don't get any of the benefits or whatever. So it's just kind of like we were like, okay, cool, we really like his voice, he's an awesome dude, and then but it's like, okay, can he actually sing live, you know, and stuff like that. So because a lot of people, like, obviously we cared about him sounding good on the record or recorded, and then we cared about him being a rad dude, and then after that it was like, okay, how do you like handle being up there and actually doing it, you know? So we had our friend Phil start the year singing on Warped Tour, probably like 5 dates or something, and then we just had Cove come out with one song, an accident song. But the funny thing is, like, that accident song is almost like the hardest song to sing.
Yeah, I have. It's definitely like the hardest song through the set, and it's like, for my first time singing that song at Warped Tour, it was like 2,000 people or like something like that. I've never played for like a bigger crowd than like 50 kids. So it was like, I get up there, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I didn't know what to do. I was just like so nervous, but I don't know, it definitely sucked the first time. And yeah, but it was cool though. It's definitely a fun thing to do.
Yeah, so then after that, like, we totally got along, and like, we wanted to make sure that like he could be on the road and stuff, and like Warped Tour kind of sucks for driving and being the van. So he kind of just hung out with us during those shows, and he didn't freak out, so kind of passed the test. And then, I don't know what we did after that, but anyways, yeah.
So you do the like producing and recording on like the translating the name as well as on your guys' new, I guess, EP?
Yeah, the new EP is just kind of like stuff that we're not really proud of though. Like, Bury Your Head is a good one, but the rest of the stuff is just kind of like demos that we wanted to kind of give away at Warped Tour to people, like, because to me, like, I always think about, like, if I was a fan of the band, or like, even for me, like, say if like, I don't know, like In Flames or something like that, you know, like one of these bands I totally like, what would something be that I totally would be stoked to have about them, you know, like, yeah, like if they were playing shows and they were just giving out demos to like people that wanted them, like, I'd be like, oh, that's awesome, you know, and I'd like to have that. But then it turned into kind of like this whole like Warped Tour EP, and you know, like the powers above us, whatever, kind of just said like, okay, cool, we want to release the EP and make it like a real thing, because they started getting all these requests for it. So we were kind of like, all right, fine. It's basically just out now, and we're not really really that proud of it because they're just like demos. They're crappy. They're not mixed. They're not even finished. There's no real lyrics. There's no real melodies, and like half the songs are totally different now.
Yeah, I noticed. I've heard like 4 different sets of lyrics for No Angel now.
Yeah. Yeah, all the songs are usually redone.
I was trying to sing along. It didn't really work.
Yeah.
But it's still cool seeing you guys. So you've taken such an active role. Like you not only play the guitar for the band, you also do some of the singing. You
we all sing.
Yeah, and then you do writing. You help do writing on like not just instrumental. Don't you guys like co-write like lyrics too? And
we kind of basically with the lyrics and melodies now. It's like Chris has definitely been helping out a lot. I think Bury Your Head, him and Cove pretty much wrote.
Yeah,
a lot of
we
it.
did it. That was like a lot of it came from the top of my head in the studio, and then he like guided me kind of like in a way. It's like, all right, that sounds cool, and then after everything was done, he wrote what I thought or he thought I was saying from the demo, and then like I just took it and redid it, to like make more sense to me. So that's kind of how it worked with that one.
cool.
But
So just like a short range of your influences in this band. What would yours be, Cove? Like just like for your writing, for like growing up, anything.
None of us agree on anything.
They all hate me because I listen to like pop rock bands kind of. So it's like Yellow Card, and like all those bands are totally like my influences in a lot of things, and like all the bands on Warped Tour that I got to hang out with this year and see this year. Like I was totally like a huge fan of before I got into Saosin, and I'm still like huge fans. It's like, but those were like my main influences, and now it's like I just want to listen to like a lot of different stuff. These guys got me into like all his favorite bands are like now bands that I can listen to or will listen to on like a regular basis, and like same with Justin and Chris and Alex. It's like now it's completely different. It's like I still listen to those bands that I saw on Warped Tour this year, and I loved before I joined Saosin, but now it's like I just listen to everything. I try to listen to everything, but now it's kind of like, yeah. I don't know, what do you have to say about it?
For me, I mainly just like all old stuff. Like I was driving to Guitar Center today with this girl here who's a part of the show, and she's like asking me about all these bands if I've ever heard of them, and I'm just like, dude, I have no clue. You know what I mean? Like I need to start listening to more music because like I just got frustrated for a while. Like everything that was coming out, I just thought sucked. So I just kind of stopped listening to new music. So I listened to old stuff. Like I listened to like Saturday Real Estate. The only new stuff I really listen to is like metal bands, like Soilwork, In Flames, stuff like that. But Saturday Real Estate, Get Up Kids, Mineral, kind of like York, like the old, like kind of like like Knapsack, like the old like emo stuff that I kind of grew up listening to. Yeah. So like I started listening to that, and then those are kind of the two musics that I like, and like Oasis. You know what I mean? Like to me, Oasis is almost like a emo band to me because I totally feel stuff when I listen to it. But like those are the two musics that I like. Like I like emo and I like metal. So I kind of try to like fuse the two together. Like have cool riffs of metal that make you like, but they have to be like cool, like groovy feeling riffs. And then I love the way like emo bands can like totally make you cry. You know what I mean? So I wanted to have like total like heavy music that can make you feel like all these different emotions.
Yeah.
So bands that you toured with, what's been probably your favorite tour? This one or?
I think every tour is fun in its own way. You know what I mean? It's kind of like hanging out with different groups of friends. You know what I mean? Because you meet people and like you have different. Everyone has like different groups of friends. You have like your one group of friends that's like the total party guys. And like you love hanging out with them, but like you can only hang out with them for like one weekend every month or something. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have your other friends that are totally responsible, but it's like they're like great influences on you, but you don't want to hang out with them all the time because then you feel like partying. You know what I mean? So it's like each band that we tour with is almost like a different group of friends. You know what I mean? So they're equally fun to hang out with, and like the tours are equally as fun. I think they're just in their own different ways. like Warped Tour was great for me. I mean, like I don't think I ever hung out with anybody. I was just like trying to work out and get in shape for the tour. Or like, but then like, and then there's been other tours like where I've totally like just been like party guy the whole tour, you know. And then on this tour, I'm like still like trying to get in shape again, you know. Just hard. Just trying to eat really healthy and stay healthy on this tour. I like
That's pretty much
fighting.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up with the whole like the whole bands, like who are the favorite bands thing. It's like you said, everything's completely different.
Yeah,
Warped
like-
Tour was definitely like you could hang out with anybody. You know, there's so many bands to hang out with. It's like there's so many people to hang out with. It's like you can do everything. You don't have to do everything every day. Like hang out with one band every day. You can go hang out with different people. That's just cool.
So with translating the name, how, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain because it came out in June of '03, didn't it? And then, like, there was such a high demand that you guys re-released it, or reissued, I don't know what the right way to say it. And then that sold out, and then you guys have done that again. Are you guys like a third?
Do we just keep pressing it?
Just keep on pressing that. I think that's so crazy how well it sells. I remember when you first pressed, when you didn't have any presses, you didn't do the smart punk, and I went on eBay and they were like $60 an EP. Easy, $60.
I think the highest one we found was like $200 or something like that.
It's crazy. And I remember coming on tour and it was like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna buy that when you guys came, and
I think it was $5. We've always sold the CDs for $5.
But it was $10, and then your hoodies were 15.
Really?
Really?
When you came here, we went with day 2, and you played day 2 and Take the Fall.
Oh no, that okay.
That I know.
The explanation for that one was that was the first night our merch guy did merch for us. He had no idea what the prices were, so he was selling
Screwed
like
everything up.
he screwed everything up. Like he was
Because the
selling.
hoodies like cost like $12 to make.
Yeah,
So we were like, you're selling the hoodies for $15. Like,
Yeah.
Like kind of would almost lose, or maybe they cost like $16 or something.
yeah. They cost like
They
there's
pretty much
yeah.
costed more than from what he was selling them for.
What's up?
So
There's a minute left.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
But yeah, like he just completely screwed everything up. Like, and he was selling everything for the wrong prices. As soon as we were done, we walked over and we found out, and he was just like,
yeah.
he eventually changed it. But yeah, no, they've always been $5. Always $5.
So is there anything you'd like to tell your fans?
Just thanks. I think
Yeah.
we always say the same thing. It's like thanks for supporting us. So like it keeps getting better and better every time we come. You know, no, just thanks to everyone. It's been I think we probably have like the coolest fans ever.
Yeah.
It's like a wide range too.
Yeah.
Well, and like especially like touring those bands, you hear about like how much like these other bands like hate their fans, like they totally run and hide from their fans. Like it's so weird because I totally can't understand that. Like every time I hang out with our fans, they're like the coolest dudes ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's rad.
Why we hang out and stuff. So when we can hang out, we can stand it. Like those bands can't. Like a lot of bands can't do it. We can, which is cool for us.
Thanks for the interview, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry to run. We had to rush it up, but it happens.
Smile.